Hi guys, it's Kai again. As you can see from the test video, we are moving forward. I've moved back into the closet, forward backwards, just mainly because I have better lighting now and it just makes a better video section. So we're just gonna let the channel evolve naturally and just kind of talk and chat about different things. Today I want to talk a little bit about depression. Also inspiration's another topic I want to hit on, but I might do that in a separate video. Um, so I've been depressed since I was about 12 or 13, if you will. Um, I'm 21 right now. I'm 22 a week from today on the 23rd, and it's a strange thing. So it's about 10 years or so. 9 roughly, if you really want to be that cynical about it. It's a weird thing. I mean, it's not something that can be cured. It's something that has to be managed, in different ways depending how it affects a person. From my personal experience, I've done talk therapy, and that's been a big help. Depending on who you're talking to. Um, Friends you can rely on, of course, up to a point. My first experience with therapy is that I went in when I was 13 to someone my mom wanted to see, and that was an absolute horrendous experience. The next time I went in was when I was 17 by my own choice. I found a therapist that really worked well for me. And what's odd about talk therapy, it's hard not to want to rely on it too much. Um, After about 2 years of it, on and off, kind of, I decided that I was going to take a break from it. And then I went on to a different school. I went on to university from college. I had a rough patch and put myself back into therapy. Not necessarily with the same person. I've been seeing a counselor on campus. Has been fine. She's not exactly what my last therapist was, and I think that's something people don't realize, is that each therapist is going to be different for you. Some people want a person that they can just talk at for an hour. Someone else wants to have a conversation, and then someone wants all feedback and no conversation whatsoever. And it changes. There's the stuff I would tell my last therapist I would never tell this current therapist that I'm seeing. Not because there's anything wrong with talking about those particular topics, but it's just a level of trust that you have to build with people. I was seeing the last one for over 2 years, so it's hard not to be ultra comfortable with that person. And this person I've been seeing for a few months, probably since about the middle of winter or so. And, it's a different style of person. They're a little bit younger, my last one was blonde, this one's a brunette. Not that that's a big difference, but things like that. There's little subtle differences that they make a big impact on things. So, if you're gonna go see a therapist, you need to shop around a little bit. You need to see what you want and who you can get that from, or what you can make a compromise with, because it makes a big difference. Something I've done with my depression this year, which I've never tried before, is I've gone into medical aspect of it, and I've actually been put on some antidepressants. I'm not a huge fan of the idea. I'm still not. The medication I'm taking, I've been on it for a little bit around 3 weeks. It takes about 4 to 6 weeks for the full effect to kick in. So they say. So I'm not quite there yet. But I'll probably be updating you on that as the weeks kind of go on, as I continue to take it down in the mornings. But it's been alright so far. I've noticed a lot less anxiety, which has been a big thing. That's always gone hand in hand with my depression. Also, I've been sleeping more, if not slightly better. I've usually always been a little bit of an insomniac, and that's always an issue, especially when you live with a 94-year-old like I do, and you're up at 2 in the morning. So yeah, but it's a different route that I've taken. Still doing the talk therapy to go along with it, of course, because I think it needs extra support and extra communication, because you just can't cure depression. It's something you have to rely on sometimes, which sounds a little bit odd and scary, but you can't let it define who you are, though. That's the big thing I've learned through my life. Just because you are depressed doesn't mean that is who you are. Depression is not you. depression is a part of you that happens. And I know that sounds like some of the strangest sentences in the English grammar, but it's, it's my personal opinion. It's how I feel. It's always been an element of who I am, and it's hard not to let stuff like that control you. I've had a bad couple days from a dream I had recently about a particular person, and I've been trying to bring myself up from that. And, it's hard not to expose it in certain circumstances. When my friends and I have been texting back and forth for a few days, we're meeting up tomorrow for lunch. Um, and and he's noticed that I've been a little bit on the depressed side. And I don't mean to point it out, and I don't mean to share it with everybody, but people pick up on it. And it's hard not to just let it seep out of you sometimes. So that's why I always do things like I end up writing in a journal, and I'll write pages of just rambling. But it makes a person feel better, and everyone needs to have that little thing that they can rely on, whether it be journaling for anyone in particular. Watching movies, of course, is always another big one that people tend to do. Because you can see the stereotype is to watch The Notebook when you're depressed. For women, I suppose. Maybe a Bruce Willis film for guys, maybe, depends. For me, music has always been a big thing. My new earbuds, my other ones just broke the other day. Music's always been a big piece for me, and that's always kind of helped me through mine. But just take your time, and if you need something, or you feel like you need to talk to someone to get help, you need to do it. I can't stress that enough. When I was younger, when I was in middle school, when, I guess you could say I was first technically depressed, I would have never thought I'd be doing the things I am right now, but it's something that needs to be looked at. Depression is completely normal, and that's something that took me a long time to accept. But if you can feel better with yourself or a situation, look at some information, get some help, and remember you need to take care of yourself, and don't let it take care of you. Alright guys, well I'm going to look at making another video here in a second, but I have to pause and do a couple pieces of work. But thanks for checking in, listening, and I'll catch you later.